According to data from the Debt Management Office, Nigeria's total public debt rose to 149.3 trillion Nigerian nairas as of March 31, 2025. Between January and December 2024, the government spent 5.8 trillion Nigerian nairas on servicing domestic debt and $4.6 billion on external debt. As President Bola Tinubu marked 2 years in office, he highlighted what he described as key achievements in his administration. One of the claims he made was that the debt service to revenue ratio had fallen from 100% in 2022 to 40% in 2024. SaharaReporters fact-checked this claim using economic reports published by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, which are released monthly and quarterly. In his statement, President Tinubu said, "Our debt situation is improving. Although changes in foreign exchange rates have raised our debt-to-GDP ratio to about 53%, our debt service to revenue ratio has dropped from nearly 100% in 2022 to below 40% in 2024. However, data tells a different story. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria's economic report, the federal government's retained revenue in the fourth quarter of 2024 was 2.519 trillion naira, while debt servicing cost 2.199 trillion naira during the same period. In the third quarter, the government retained 2.282 trillion naira and spent 2.055 trillion naira on debt servicing. For the second quarter, retained revenue was 2.408 trillion naira, but debt servicing was significantly higher at 3.772 trillion naira. In the first quarter, retained revenue stood at 1.445 trillion naira, while debt servicing totaled 1.691 trillion naira. Overall, in 2024, the federal government retained 8.654 trillion naira in revenue and spent 9.717 trillion naira on debt servicing. This results in a debt service to revenue ratio of about 112%, which is much higher than the 40% figure publicly stated by the Tinubu administration. These figures have raised concerns about the growing cost of debt servicing in Nigeria, with observers warning that it is reducing and diverts critical funds away from national development projects. We'll keep providing you with more news updates. Stay tuned to Globus TV.